So now we are going to see more proofs, okay? So there we go. Okay. So I did this, and I had to go back a little bit so I can refresh your memory. And 19 semi-prime 55 generates key parameters of the Quran. Okay, and so again, this is a proof which is given to you now, which means that the stuff that you read are the absolute truth, and God just didn't do this for the sake of, narration of some commandments or something like that, without giving us the proof. He gives us the proof. Okay. Now, mind you, the chapter 55 is called Ar-Rahman, the All-Gracious. And he is the one who teaches the Quran. That's what he does. So you cannot go to some kind of place or organization to learn it. That's not how you learn the scripture. You learn the scripture because God teaches you. Okay? The 19th semi-prime is 55. There are only two ways you can concatenate these two numbers, either 1955 or 5519. Okay? So, first look at it at 1955. The 1657th composite happens to be 1955. And 1657 in base 19 is equal to 9127 in base 10. Again, it generates 9127. Okay? The 1955 fifth quint prime is 19521. Recall that 19 and 521 are the prime factors of 9899. Okay, 19 times 521. Note that 9855 is the frequency of Aleph plus Lam plus Mim in Surah 2, which is the first initial surah in the Quran. Okay. 1955 can be factored out into 5 times 17 times 23, with indices 3, 7, and 9. 379th lonely Gaussian prime is 9127, again generating chapter 9, having 127 verses. Okay. By the way, 379 is called a happy prime. It happens to be the 19th happy prime. Okay. We didn't know these things. It comes to us slowly, in a way that we can actually fix it in our memory, learn it by heart, if you will. Okay? Means memorizing it. Now we go to concatenation of 5519. The 5519th composite happens to be 6346. Okay? Note that from the above mathematical fact, 5519, by the virtue of being the index of composite 6346, generates the total number of verses in the Quran, including the 112 unnumbered Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay? Now, listen to this. This is absolutely amazing. I wondered about this for a long time. And finally, the solution was presented by God. Okay? Now, what is the solution? 5519th additive prime is 144,167. Okay? But this 144,167 also has another property in the prime domain. It happens to be in emirp, which means that if you write it backwards, it's also going to be a prime number. So if I write this one 761441, that's also a prime. This 144167 happens to be the 2810th in the earth. So what is 2810? 2810 is the total frequency of the word God, including the ones in the 112 unnumbered opening statements. Okay, can you imagine that? 5519 first, it generates all the verses in the Quran, including the unnumbered Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay? And then the emirp of that generates the number of words Allah or God in the entire Quran, including the 112 ones that are not numbered. Okay? This is actually should I mean, I just don't know how to explain this. Okay. Again, this mathematics really does not belong to the laws of this universe. The laws of this universe are based on balance. That's what God says. In chapter 55, he tells us that. Okay. He says he established a balance. Okay. And then he tells us, do not violate the balance. Go along with mathematical equations. Everything else is following that. This is beyond that. This is a glimpse of what is happening in the other realms that God has created. Okay. There is a universe based on this that do not obey mathematical equations. So there is not a formula. There is no scary formula. And that is absolutely amazing. That this is by the force of these numbers, okay, Al-Jabbar. Okay, I am a jealous God. Okay, but the laws that he has inspired are going to be enforced. Al-Jabbar. And this is how they're enforced. Okay? All of us, we've known about 2698 for the longest time. That's the number of frequency of the word God in the entire Quran, except the ones that are in those unnumbered Bismillahs. Okay, listen to this carefully. 2698 is the number of frequency of the word God, except the ones that are the unnumbered Bismillah. There are 112 of them. If you add 112 plus 2698, you are going to get 2810. Okay. And that is generated by 5519. And 55 happens to be the 19th biprime or semiprime. And again, we go back to chapter, and again, as I said, this is actually what it does. It tells you that, yes, he is the teacher of the Quran. He is the one who teaches the Quran, not some kind of scholar or some guy who knows Arabic. Okay? Those people do not teach it. God is the one who teaches it. And so again, he proves it. He proves it to us that, yes, this, what you are holding in your hand, what you're reading, is the truth. And so we have to go along with that, or we are going to hurt ourselves. Okay? As I said, whatever we do is going to be hurtful only to us. Okay? So why God cares so much? Okay? Because He is the all-loving. He loves us, and that's why He cares. And He doesn't give up easily. Say, okay, well, these guys, this is it, and they deserve it, forget about it. No. Every day, more and more and more. And if you have questions, you question. Okay, he's not gonna fly off the handle. Let's put it that way. Okay, he's going to show. Okay, Abraham had question. How do you resurrect? He said, don't you believe? Yes, I do, but I want to reassure my heart. Okay, take these birds and smash them to pieces, and then put every piece on different peak, and call them, and they come to you flying. Okay? He didn't fly off the hand. He didn't say, how dare you asking me this? No, he showed them proof. And so if you have a question, it's okay. But don't lose faith. Don't become unfaithful, because then you are in conflict with God. Okay. I'm going to stop here and we'll finish our Jum'ah. Allahul Kareem.